Hello and welcome. This is Playing Favorites. I'm Paul.
I'm Justin.
Hello, Justin. How you doing?
Well, it's been a couple weeks since we last saw each other, and
Yes.
I am now sober and doing well.
Finally.
This is post turkey, so this is post Thanksgiving. I'm
Yes, it
very,
is.
very full and very sober now. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm still reveling in the awesomeness of our weekend that we got to spend together. A couple other friends, we gathered to watch bad movies that I chose. That was
Yes.
what it boiled down to. I had like a menu, a prefix, if you will, of things to watch, even like background stuff to keep our interest while we like played games or did something else. But yes, I want to ask right off the bat which one was your favorite of the ones that we watched. But I
Uh,
figure we should like go through what we watched. Should we go in the
sure. I
order?
mean, that's why we're doing this episode because we felt like
Yes.
the weekend though was fun, and I have to say, it's like I am borderline whether I think that watching these movies was a waste of time or or the best time of my
Or
life. It's one or the
uh,
other. There is no in between. There is no in
oh,
between. But yeah, I list off these movies that just so everyone we both me and Paul turned 40 this year.
mhm,
I did my own little party many months ago. We played more board games, so it wasn't as much discussion. Good times there as well. But this one
mhm.
definitely we had a lot to talk about since we like talking about movies and things of that nature. There's many of a hilarity from this horrible weekend. But first off, go ahead. What was your
From this
plan?
horrible.
What was your plan for this lovely weekend? We spent 2 days in an
So
Airbnb.
yes, we only had 2 days, two full days. But so my plan was that like each day it'd be like evening, and we would start like screening movies, and I wanted to start off with what I thought would be the strongest movie, the one that gets you all into the mood of good bad movies, and then I wanted to like ease you into others, but you were all so very adamant after the first one that you were like, "Go on, what else you got?" So I pulled out the big guns right away. Um, okay, so our first day we watched the first movie was Suburban Sasquatch, which is a awful movie about a mystical Sasquatch
And
with
I
the
was
worst
I was
Sasquatch
familiar of
costume.
this movie prior. The other
Yes,
people there were not. They had no idea what this was, but
correct.
I was aware of it. I feel we should give that YouTube channel a shout out.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So it was Red Letter Media that I first even heard about this movie and then watched their like detailed review of it, and I said, like, I need to see this. I sent it to you. You watched it. You enjoyed it, I believe.
hmm the
And
well the
so it
well the
was like,
YouTube video. I didn't watch the movie yet, but
mhm. So it was like the time is here. We're gonna actually watch this movie as well. And it was every bit as magical as I thought it would be. But it was really boring in some spots. A
sure.
lot of just blah 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 nonsensical talk. Um, but it was a lot of fun. What was your favorite? I mean, did you should I just keep going through the movies and then we'll talk about like which
Sure. I
ones
mean,
you
I
like
guess
the
we should
most?
just remind people what we usually do here. We didn't even like plug our own show. Like, I mean, like, I don't know who's gonna. I don't even know who's gonna watch this episode. If you are watching this episode, we typically do
Mhm,
a lot of podcasts. You check out all of our other podcasts. We do a lot of favorite episodes, where it's like, or what's your favorite? We actually have done favorite bad movie, but I don't feel like these
mhm.
movies we're about to talk about would fit in that realm of bad movie. This is like below that. Like,
This is where mine are nowadays.
sure. Like, but like, lately we've been going through different films and movies. So, but you can find us on all the different socials. Search "Playing Favorites." We're on Twitter. It's all in the description. I'm not gonna go nuts in this episode with all the plugs and the things and the what's nots and all that. But
and the Who Dads.
But yeah, I guess you could. I mean, you could just list off the titles of them. I guess. How many did we actually watch? Like 5?
Okay, so we watched Suburban Sasquatch. We watched Birdemic, Shock and Terror.
Look how the subtitle for that already.
we and then we on the at the end of the first night we watched Werewolf, the MST3K
Okay.
Mystery Science Theater.
The Mystery
episode of
Science Theater
Werewolf.
ones, I think, were like they were good palate cleansers after everything else. Like,
Yes. They were good ways to end the nights. Yes, I agree. That was good. So that was the first day. Second day. Oh, but also during the first day, like when we were eating, I put on the Kentucky Fried Movie,
yeah,
which I wish we watched a little bit more of. It's like a sketch based movie, comedy movie.
all I know is that no one was really paying attention. Like, we were playing board games too, like during that time, right?
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it's like there was just like a ton of boobs on the screen, like out of nowhere.
Yes. There is a one of them that is like there's gratuitous nudity in it, and we're all of a sudden like, wait, what's going on? But yes. So the second day, we watched Samurai Cop, if you remember. We also watched a bit of Clash in the College, and then we gave up on that one because it was just too rough.
Yeah, that was really, really bad. I don't even know how you found these things too.
And then the final thing was Space Mutiny, the Mystery Science Theater
Yes.
space adventure. One of my favorites. Big McLarge, huge. The whole thing. It's great. Great one.
Well, and then we kind of finished off the next day. We did that. We didn't watch the whole thing. What was it?
Yeah, because I was between Clash in the College and this other movie, the Neil Breen movie called Twisted Pair. And I chose like, all right, like let's go Clash in the College. And I wish I switched them. But now it sounds like I'm glad I didn't, because you seem to really despise the.
Oh my god, that last one was horrible.
Twisted Pair.
I couldn't. I was playing. I was playing my Switch during it. Like I just stopped paying attention after a while.
Up.
The college one, the college one, like that one there, like I was intrigued about where it was going. It was horrible, and like the journey to get through it was just like but there's a part of me that's like wants to see how it ends. Like I'm just curious, like what the like how everything makes sense, like in the end of that. Oh, anyways, we can talk about that more later. But like,
what was the Clash in the College?
I don't know. We had like an hour to go, so there's so much more we could have
learned.
I
know, that's right. It took so long, and it was only we still had an hour left of it. Oh, that was rough.
But my favorite one, like, okay, so do you want me to answer this as like what one did I enjoy more, I guess, or which one's a better movie? That's, I guess.
Oh, no. It can't be which one's the better movie. It's which one you derive the most enjoyment from.
Like, I'm not going to count the Mystery Science Theater ones, because like that one's, those ones I just can't, because I've watched them before, and they're
we
classics.
know they're good.
Yeah.
We know they're good. They're not being judged here.
Like the more I think back of it, the more I think back, it's like Sasquatch I was excited to watch because I knew about it. But like Birdemic was just ridiculous. Like, I mean, really, Birdemic. I like when we started learning about like the history of the movie and like the director and how there's sequels supposedly, and just like Sasquatch, you just watch the YouTube video about that. You don't have to watch that movie, to be honest. Like, I feel like you get the same enjoyment out of the YouTube version than just watching the YouTube, like the movie. Like the movie is just like.
It's better to not watch the movie, actually.
It is rough. Like, we are finding like Easter eggs on our own, like, which was kind of exciting that you don't really find in that YouTube thing. But like it is fun just like kind of figuring those things out. But like I gotta go with Birdemic. Like I'd never watch this movie again for the life of me. But I'd be okay and be interested in seeing a sequel. Like, if it was the right time and moment, like, I'd be like, I'd be interested. I'd be interested just to see if, like, if the effects get worse or better. Like, I'm just curious.
Oh, just the effects, not the acting.
Sure,
Our
I'm
main
expecting
character
the
who's
acting to.
literally
I
like
mean,
freezing inside.
but the same actors are in the sequels. I looked; it's the same actors. So, I mean, I
No, I
guess
remember. Everybody
maybe.
was looking it up and like so excited. There was a Birdemic too.
I mean,
Meanwhile,
maybe
the
Beck.
opening credit sequence takes 16 minutes
Oh my god.
before the movie actually
Yeah, and
starts.
it's like horrible. It's like it's just someone just like decided one day it's like I'm gonna make a movie and just picked up their I don't know their not their iPhone. I'm just gonna say their iPod like and like their
Oh, really? I was thinking just handheld camcorder, you know, holding it
Oh.
on the dashboard to get a good shot of
So
the guy driving.
I'm gonna describe what the story of Birdemic is based on my 7-year-old's opinion of the movie based on the trailer. So
Oh, okay. Wow.
so the movie is about digital birds in a war with real birds. That's what the movie's about.
Oh,
Supposedly, but it's not. It's not at all. It's about
no,
what's the
it,
guy's name? Roy? Rod. His name is Rod.
Rod. Yeah, he's
Rod.
got a metal rod up his ass the whole movie. Can't fucking bend even just a little bit. He is like RoboCop. Do you remember when him and Natalie go back to his apartment and he like checks her out, like she's got the lingerie. He just
hmm
like looks her up and down. It is so robotic and weird. Uh I my favorite part though is the boardroom scene when everyone is clapping for an hour and a half. And then they like stop and then they cut to two more people that are clapping and then they stop.
I mean, we're not here to go over plot. I mean, if you're curious about the plot of
No.
this movie, there's nothing. It's just two people stumble through a movie and just think of like actors are. I mean, literally actors were quitting left or right. So you would just get like random new cast members once in a while. Like I don't even know what happened to his friend in the beginning. Like he was like a big role,
Every
right?
every yeah, 10 minutes there's a new character. There's just a new person added into the movie.
And
Like,
I swear
how
that's
about
just
you?
like the kids. That's probably like cousins of like a film of cameraman. It's like we don't have any enough actors. So let's put some kids in the movie. They'll have fun. Like
Oh, that's right. The kids.
but but the thing
He
that
just reminded me of the guy that tried to hold them up, who tried to steal their gas, and he got his throat cut by a bird. But he was so soft spoken. He's like, "You're gonna sell me some gas,"
but
and
we
he like
got like what an
pulls the gun on
hour
them.
into the movie before we saw birds and like
Before there
and
was a bird attack,
but like
and when they start, Justin, though, they really start. They
but
start dive bombing the city, kamikazes, like exploding birds.
but they only attack the like the main characters like well in the beginning they show the city being destroyed but no one else
Yep.
seems to care like there's people playing basketball in the background and just like
Well, what did the scientist guy say there? That oh, they'll only attack people in cars or at gas stations? Was
yeah
that?
it's all about global warming because it's all the whole movie's about climate change and global warming because you get the lovely news broadcaster who literally is like this and over here
Yes,
like
so
like
low with a giant TV next to
if you're watching our YouTube channel I just presented like the visual of what the news broadcaster looks like. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the news broadcast, those were great. Oh, great
But
scenes.
I
I
do.
love
Our friend that was with us, I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'll just say his first. His name Joe. He was there. Like he loved, and he kept bringing up the whole like Becky dying because she took a shit. Like, like.
Oh, she left, yes, to go oh,
Oh,
they're like,
where's
"Where is she?"
Becky?
"Oh,
She's
she's
taking a shit.
taking a shit." Like, and then they, like, abandoned her, right?
No, like she gets
Was that
attacked by a bird while she's taking it, like going to the bathroom,
Oh, that's right,
and
that's
like
right.
because she quit.
Yeah.
She quit the production to go to acting school.
'Cause clearly she was not getting any experience working on that set.
But the thing with this, I think that makes it even more hilarious is that Like, you think, like, okay, like, obviously, people know what Sharknado is. Like, that's meant to be a bad parody movie with
Hmm.
cheesy CGI effects. But this is, like, predates that. This is, like, trying to be Sharknado, but, like, with really, like, not like B-list actors. Like, I think Sharknado gets some, like, people that you know that aren't good at,
Yeah,
but you know of
some
them.
washed up actors.
Yeah,
You
like,
know them,
this
but
one
they're
is just, like, a bunch of people he found in the street, or he put, like, a newspaper article out.
Craigslist.
Yep, and, but then he just had, like, I don't know, he must have found, like, stock photo birds that had animation like, they look like GIFs. They literally look like those old GIFs, not a new GIF, but, like, the ones that you'd find on a website that would just keep
Yep,
doing the same animation over and over again.
dancing Jesus. Yes. Um, those are plugins, and you can buy them for like your visual effects program. So yeah, they're like cheap, bottom of the barrel.
But just the sounds.
Them and their sound effects, the
Yep, yep. But
like
then when one
just the
dies,
same.
you only can
All
kill
birds sound the same.
you only can kill
Same
one
pitch.
bird at a time. That's the thing. That's why they're so strong.
I love it. It turns into Duck Hunt. Like you kill the one bird and you watch it fall.
And, like, when that happens, all the other birds stop squawking.
Yep,
It's like the
it's
audio.
completely quiet. Well, the movie really, if you want to know what Birdemic is, you really just need to watch the first, well, it's like 20 minutes
Watch the
when you
trailer.
hear the first character speak a line. So you get the intro 15 minutes of watching him drive, the music fades away, and then it just starts over again, and then the credits start to roll. You're like, oh my gosh, this is still going.
But, like, the theme of
But
this weekend, like,
he
which
goes to I'm sorry, I
go
just gotta
ahead, go
say,
ahead, go
the
ahead.
first line that's spoken is the lady, the hostess at the restaurant. Do you remember that?
I don't remember what she
She
says.
says, "Hi," but it is like the most clipped,
Oh, that's right.
loud, like
That's right.
it's like, "Hi!" Like, it just blows your eardrums, but you're like, "What the hell?" She's like, "I'll be with you in a moment." It's just the strangest way to
But
start a movie.
but you bringing that up makes you realize, like, there was a theme to all of these movies. The main the I can't say the freaking thing,
Protagonist? Is that what you're
protagonists.
trying
That's
to
what
say?
to say.
Okay.
Protagonists. They all were creepy guys that trying to pick up random chicks in the most
Even
creepiest
Samurai Cop.
way. Yeah, all of them were. Even the one, the trial, the twin guy, like, he was really creepy too.
Yes. He is really creepy,
But, like, it's
and
like, what was it? It's like he goes up, like, some girl sits down, he like creepily looks at her in the restaurant, doesn't even order anything, and then just gets up and follows her outside. And
yes.
and then he's like, "Hey, I went to high school with you. You want to give me your number? I'm a salesperson. I'm gonna make a lot of
Mhm.
money." Like, it's so weird.
She it was yeah, this is how people reconnect after not seeing each other in years. He just yeah, really just stalks the heck out of her really hard, really quickly, and gets her number, and the next thing you know, they're dating.
But
One of my
the thing
favorite
that made me,
parts of their
oh god.
one of my favorite dates that they go on, though, is when they double date with his friend,
Mhm.
and his, like, mail order girlfriend.
Imagine peace.
Imagine, yes. When they walk out of the movie theater, he's like, "What a great movie that was, An Inconvenient Truth." And it's like, just so obviously, here's our message about global warming. What a great movie! Like, what person talks like that? What a great movie, An Inconvenient Truth.
I just know before they started dating, the thing that made me mad initially was, like, she has a audition. She's getting her photos done for Victoria's
Oh,
Secret.
yes, go and get a photo shoot, yes.
Yeah, at the 1 hour photo place.
They zoom in on the 1-hour photo developer because that's where you go for a photo shoot, right? What's back there, Justin, at the 1-hour photo developer? Chemicals,
Yep, yep.
lots of
But
photos hanging from clothespins.
usually you just go to Walmart for this stuff. I don't know why it's.
Mhm. Well,
Oh boy, I know
um,
that was definitely my favorite horrible movie.
the first because of this is like an hour before we actually ever see any birds, it's like literally 60 minutes in. So you see any bird attacks. Everything that happens in that first hour is like, everything is going great for our main characters. She gets called to be a Victoria's Secret model. His company, he makes, first of all, the biggest sale he's ever made for $1 million.
50% off, though. It was a discount.
Yes, 50, what kind of discounts are you giving for this?
That's
like,
not unusual, to be honest, but it's kind of funny when you hear it.
So he makes his first he makes his big sale, and then the company goes public, and they all sell it, and basically are all now millionaires. Like, everything is going well for them, and then birds attack. But it takes an hour to establish them.
And it's sad because he was selling solar panels. He was trying to help the Earth.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I liked it. I liked when they shot the guy coming to his house to tell him about solar panels. You know, that was a really cool part of the movie. Just like an appointment with a solar provider. Well, we put the panels right around here.
I don't remember how it ends. Like, they get to the end. How does it even move? How does the movie end? Like, they don't, the birds, the other birds help them and scare them away? There's other birds, I think? And they just fly away and they're on the beach?
Yeah, they do fly away. I remember them watching all the birds fly away, but I forget what makes them. Was it the good bird? Like the other birds?
There were other birds, I think, that, like,
seagulls.
The seagulls.
The seagulls. That's right. The seagulls
we don't know why. Like, it just happens.
Come and save them. And then they're all like flapping identically into the sunset like Turbo Graphics.
And then Rod leaving the gas. You know, like, come on, Rod.
God, that was the first thing. They were like, you're leaving it. Go get, like, that was the first thing. Joe was like, go get the gas and put it in the car.
But anyways, that was Birdemic.
Birdemic. Well, I have some questions for you about Samurai Cop, which was boring, but it had some really unbelievable moments in it. One of my favorite.
It was boring, but like, it's a movie that I feel like I would have found myself like kind of watching halfway through, like on cable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you flip into the channels and like, well, back when that was a thing, you know, it's like, and you're halfway through and you're just like, what's this movie? And why is this girl like in a bikini? And I'll just say, okay, I'll watch it for like 30 minutes.
I'll see what happens.
You know what I mean?
Samurai Cop. Sounds cool. Okay. Yeah, no, this was totally a USA movie, you know.
USA.
We just watched this. You prevented, well, I got to say something about the movie that you prevented us from watching. Oh. But Samurai Cop, my favorite part, I have a picture of, and that's when during the fight scene where you could see the wig being pulled off of
I love
the
how
main
we
character
found
there.
That Joe found that out. Like, he saw that. Like, he caught
No,
it.
well, we all saw it, but Mike was the one that was like, "We're gonna go back and pause it."
Oh, well, yeah, like, yeah, because you weren't in the room. I think we had to come back and rewind it, or no, we.
No, we all saw that one.
We all saw that.
What was the thing you? Yeah, there was something that you made you made them rewind it for me to see.
Oh, that was the that was the chief, because it's like he was like, he was trying to so like there's a chief, there's Samurai Cop, and then his partner who brought him from San Diego or something.
Yeah, just some dude
the black guy that's in every 70s movie, comic relief dude.
Yes, he does this.
Yeah, and he's trying to like convince his chief that everything's fine and Samurai Cop's a good guy, and then he like towards the end it's just random. It's like he just goes over and the chief's like, "I hate you. We're all gonna go to hell," and the typical like chief guy, and he just kisses him on the head, and runs away. And it's almost like the thing happened like as like an after cut thing. Like the actors are just goofing around because like he like gets mad. And then you see the chief just lean back and just starts smiling and laughing. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it was like, oh, that was a good take. You know,
it was like almost like a blooper. They forgot to cut or something like that.
They're like, put it in, keep it in the movie. They really, there was very little cut from this movie.
Yeah.
They needed so much because the actor, they did so many reshoots.
Oh my
that they
god.
had to put a wig on the actor because he cut his hair, and the wig was like the Meredith or something. It was clearly a woman's wig. So good.
And
Oh,
it's funny because we came from like watching, which we watched Werewolf, which the guy had different hair every 5 seconds too. Like,
oh yes.
so it's like, uh,
He had the best hair though. It would change like with his mood almost in
but I think the thing
Werewolf.
we pointed out with Samurai Cop, like nothing happened at nighttime. It was all
Yes.
like during the day. Like it was a crime movie during the day. So they're all like going to the crime lord's brunch and like
Yep. It's like at a diner. It feels like he's at a diner. You're like, oh, that's the crime lord's booth at the Cracker Barrel. You know?
But then he hits on the owner of the restaurant. And I love how
Hmm.
she's like, I can't do anything on Sunday. I go to church. And then he just like, he goes and picks her up at the church. Like, hey, I'm going to make you some dinner. And he makes her like a rotisserie chicken. Like they're having
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Like,
He
it's like.
made a Thanksgiving dinner in his thong. And it's like, yeah, this is for the two. It's also her birthday. So he's like, happy birthday. And he baked her a cake as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is
All on a Sunday afternoon.
mhm.
And fighting crime at the same time. Like he.
Yes, I love that indeed all of the crime boss moments are in the bright of day, like like a bright sunny day. Oh, every one of them. That was the
Mostly.
problem with Suburban Sasquatch too. They couldn't film at night, so they filmed in blue filter night. But still somehow even like at least they tried. The Samurai Cop is just like, nope, it's during the day.
Yep.
Everything happens during the day.
Everything important happens during the day. You have sex
Hmm.
during the day. You.
Yes, all the seduction scenes, all of it, it's during the day.
Oh, what about that? Like, remember that Samurai Cop? Since we're talking about Samurai Cop, it's like it's that one scene with the doctor, and she's just like, there was like a 10-minute drawn out scene about how his penis wasn't big
Oh,
enough, and like like it was
yeah,
like
what the heck was that?
it had nothing to do with the plot. You never see the doctor ever again. She had no.
No.
There was no reason for her to even be in the situation. I think she was taking over the guy that they caught that was like mutilated and beat up. That's all she was there for, right? Like
But you thought, like I would have thought as well, like, "Oh, this person is a character in this movie."
yeah. Nope.
You know, like, this person, we're gonna learn something about her, or, like, her and Samurai Cop are gonna, like, hook up later. And she's like, do you like me? Would you like to fuck me?" Like, and he's like, "Yep, bingo." And yeah, I don't know. She was just like, your penis is too small." Like I don't even know how the stupid euphemisms they came up with. But watching them talk was making me dumber, so I kind of zoned
And then his
out.
partner was just like is constantly close up of him making surprise faces.
Mm,
Oh,
mm,
ooh, wow.
oh,
Oh,
oh. He did have some really good faces. Like if there was an award for that, like he should win it.
I think he was my favorite character in the movie. To be quite honest,
He's the nicest.
I'd
He just
rather,
goes over and
yeah.
kisses the chief's head. Oh, all right. You prevented us from watching Mac and Me. That was the only other one that I
Oh, because I don't know,
had watched.
it didn't fit the vibe. I'm telling, I've watched
You
Mac
don't
and
think
Me.
so? I've
No,
yet to watch it myself,
no, I
so
don't know. Maybe we can watch it in the side, but like I don't know. It didn't fit the. I guess I don't even know how to tell you.
The Room would
Yeah.
not have played well with The
Well,
Room.
just I was comparing it to all the other things we were watching, and like I remember Mag and Me. I mean, it's just your typical
Mm.
ET movie. Yes, that one scene is ridiculous, but the rest of the movie is just your typical ET movie. Like I don't
What
remember.
one scene? The wheelchair
Yeah, the
flying
wheelchair.
down the gorge? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like
All right.
I don't know. I don't remember it
Is it
being like that or crazy. Like I felt like it's your typical, you know, middle like kid movie from that era. It was. I don't remember being that wild. But
so it's not like worth a watch because it's so awful.
I don't
It's
know.
just like just kind of typical.
I mean, my memory of it's
I'm honestly
very
interested in
hazy.
whether I should invest my time in it,
I don't know. I mean,
but
have you heard like other people say it's like a horrible movie? Like I guess in the modern day
mm,
sense? Because I mean, to when I
well,
was
I've heard people say it's just like a schlocky ripoff of
sure,
E.T.,
yeah, but
and
like
that
for a
there's, like,
kid, but that's the thing.
deliberate
It's a ripoff of
product
ET.
placement.
It's a ripoff of ET. So I don't think it was fitting the vibe of terrible movie. It just would have been just us watching a bad version of ET. I guess that's all I was trying to get at. But anyways,
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
I was curious of all
Uh,
these horrible things that you would like all these like I guess it feels like the movies you watched were all like these movies that you took time to find. It wasn't just like random Mac and Me movie. It was like, oh, you
okay.
read and I researched bad movies. I was kind of interested in that. So, anyways,
Which is how I found most of these,
sure.
but I appreciate that. Um, I will ask you about the last movie, one we haven't talked about too much, and that is Clash in the College, um, which I had to agree with Joe that it was turning into like the young conservative handbook or something. It was weird. It's certainly like it's a movie by a guy about his, I think, about his own experience being a foreigner in this country,
Sure.
and coming in and being a college student as like an exchange student, or just attending college in the United States, coming from India, and how he experienced, trying to order pizza. Do you recall
Yeah.
this when
No,
he ordered pizza?
those scenes never didn't fit with the rest of the movie though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it was like its own separate movie. Um, because those scenes are okay. That's like really like a kid's like video essay, it's not even a movie. It's just like here's a series of like things that happened to me, like culture shock. Um, but the other parts of the movie are very confusing because it seems to me after watching that all your best learning in college is done at a bus stop. Right? That's where you do the most
That they never
learning
yeah,
and
that
where you
they never go back to after a while though. They just do all these scenes in a bus stop.
and people don't wait for the bus. They just get up and leave.
Yeah, well,
They like go, they talk with each other, and
yep,
then they get up and leave.
yep. And my reasoning
Oh,
was that that was the best place to do it, so it didn't you didn't pick up the audio of the traffic.
but why not just do it in a classroom then? Do it on. It was clearly done on a campus without without their.
they only had that time slot and they couldn't find a classroom that was going to let them do
I feel like this was filmed in the style of Matt Payne, like over a winter break.
it.
Like you've got this very limited amount of time between the holidays.
Matt Payne that no one knows about except for a
Well,
handful of
no,
people.
it's our movie,
Sure.
but it's a terrible movie.
No, it's
Um,
better than this one, but better than most that we watched.
I
Um,
thought we had some good ideas in Pain. Some of this is like just dead. Like, ugh, what were you even thinking?
the thing that I thought that was hilarious was that all the bedroom scenes are in a hotel room. I love
Oh,
that.
well, like all the office scenes,
Yep.
all the
The
bedroom
dot.
scenes,
Oh,
when they zoom in on the house,
yep.
when it's the professor's house, and it
But
just like it's a Holiday Inn.
and like it's like he comes upstairs to the his because he's the well one character is staying at his teacher's house because
Yes, yes,
yeah
a student is staying at a
and
professor's house.
and he goes upstairs from the kitchen that they shot somewhere else to
Mhm.
the bedroom, which is like when he opens the door, you see all the other rooms that of the hotel. Like,
All the doors of the other hotel rooms outside the door. And we saw like, oh look, there's the luggage rack that's in the closet. There's the two twin beds. There's the big mirror. We started calling it. I mean, we just like pointed,
yep.
be like, look, there's the mirror. Like,
My
look,
favorite
there's the
thing
twin
was when
bed.
they used the table that's in the hotel room for the office for the doctor,
Yes,
and
yes.
like you see in the background, you see the coffee maker on the ground because
The single cup coffee maker in your hotel room. Oh, that was good. No, he seriously had like this. He had the hotel room and he used the hell out of it. But they had the adjoining rooms. That's how they made it look like the
Sure.
professor had a very big
It was
house.
good detail. Good detail.
Yeah, very good details.
Uh, like
Well, Justin, what's up? Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was that movie just didn't make any sense for like I think like characters just
Nope.
disappeared all of a sudden. Like I think the girl that was at the bus stop. I don't feel like she showed up again for a while. Like I don't remember her showing up again. Like
I don't. Yeah, and I don't even know what her story was, except that she was getting information about college from different people. I don't know. But uh, besides Clash in the College, there were a couple. I'll call them honorable mentions that we wanted to watch, but either couldn't or for whatever reason just didn't. So we have on this list Death Wish 3,
oh,
which we could only watch on the TV on a
downstairs.
different TV from where we were. Um, so we settled in on something else. I think we settled in on a Samurai Cop instead.
Mhm.
Um, and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I was a little bummed that we didn't
It's okay.
watch that
Okay.
one, but
We
same thing. It was downstairs.
downstairs.
We
Let's
just
just to talk about the Airbnb really quick that we were staying at.
was
So we were staying near your college or alma mater, I guess, like you're near your
alma
college
mater.
town.
Yeah,
Is that how
yeah,
you
we
say
were
it?
near.
And when we picked out these Airbnbs because we were on video chat looking at these things, and we were like, this is literally a porn house. Like this is a porn house, and because it has every single scene you would look for in a porn house: a bar, a pool table.
Hmm.
There's a, there was a bedroom that I slept in that was like mirrors and like lights shining down.
Yeah, like track lighting,
Like
like
I referenced to somebody else. They did a good point though. Like that wouldn't be a good place to film that though because of the black all black walls for some whatever reason.
yeah, a lot of black walls
There
throughout
was a lot of
the house.
black curtains in this house.
Yep, black
There was a
doors, black curtains, black wall.
gigantic pool. There was a
Mhm.
a hot tub that was broken. We didn't realize it was broken though because until the repairman came to say he was going to fix it.
As we were leaving, yep, there.
Um, but yeah, it was definitely it was a good Airbnb. It just had some kind of I guess uniquenesses to it. I guess the
Yes, it was
layout was so
really
weird. The
long.
layout was weird.
Yes, very long. We were like to get to where you and I were sleeping, like where our bedrooms were. It was like a walk. It
Yep.
was like quite a walk away.
It's like every time like, where's Paul? You'd be gone for like 20 minutes because I feel like you would. It's like I didn't know where
Well,
you.
yeah, I like walk down there, and by the time I'm down there, I'm like, oh, let me check my phone. I'll go to the bathroom. Okay, well, I'll start the walk back now. Like,
but of course I got curious in this place, and as
of
I'm like
course, we
looking through
love
the
it.
closets in my room, like
You found some interesting movies
we
yourself.
should have watched those movies. But no, we found a bunch of lovely porn VHSs.
Hmm.
I don't think there was a
Real
VCR
ones,
because we couldn't even find
real ones.
inputs to these TVs. So I don't even know how we would have done it. But I found Debbie Does Dallas too. Not one, but two.
Too. There was that they were all like actual, like not like filmed off of a channel or something or copied. They were all like actual purchases, but like in very uh
Those old, like yellow,
old like
brown
brown
VHS cases.
plastic covers for them.
Yeah.
But they were all labeled, and yeah, it was creepy and weird. There was also a hatch down to like a
Right.
sub basement that was weird.
That was weird.
That was in the closet off of my bedroom. Yes, so I was convinced that the owner was like under the house, like while we were there.
Yeah, we were
Just
joking how there's cameras like videotaping us the entire time.
yep,
Um,
yep. Oh, weird.
oh my god, I was trying
It's
to
strange.
get like a power to places too outside in the rain, and I felt like the guy from I felt like Newman from Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Outside,
Nedry.
when he was trying to he's trying to tow his truck. Like I was running around with
Yep.
like an extension cord and all this stuff. But yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, that Airbnb was was something special for sure.
Yes, a strange place, but a fun place. All right, Justin. Well, this has been fun. I've enjoyed recounting these movies, and I'm already thinking about what movies I'll have to inflict upon people in the future. I got a couple more in mind, but now I know that you want to avoid the Neil Breen movies. Those are a little too much for you.
God, I don't know. I couldn't. Maybe it was just like because that was the last thing we're packing up. It
Mm,
was like that morning. Maybe
yeah.
I wasn't drinking alcohol during that movie either. So
Mm.
like that maybe that would have been. But I definitely was not as invested for sure.
No, no, you weren't into that, but that's quite all right. We'll find your favorite bad movies here as we keep going. But thank you again for indulging me. This has
Sure.
been a fun little romp through our 40-year-old our 40th year of life and
Weird, right?
watching bad movies. So, all right. Well, I'll sign off. I'll
Yeah.
say this is Paul.
This is Justin.
Have a good one. Thanks for watching or listening.